Hello again, everyone. Welcome back to Ultima VII. Okay, I found her. She just happened to be at her house this time. You see an angelic young woman who gives you a smile of complete innocence. Name?
My name, milady, is Constance. She shyly lowers her eyes.
Job?
I carry water from the Well of Humility to all of the homes here in New Magincia.
You know, you wouldn't have to do that if you guys got indoor plumbing. You know, water mains everywhere, stuff like that. Tell me about the Well of Humility.
The water from the well is pure and cool. If thou wouldst like, I will pour thee some.
Sure. With a big smile, Constance takes a dipper and submerges it in the cool water of her bucket. She draws out the dipper and hands it to you. You drink and find the water delicious and very refreshing.
Actually, I feel quite parched myself. Might I have some as well?
Constance nods yes and hands him a dipper of water. He drinks with loud gulping sounds.
I, too, am feeling dry. Wouldst thou share thy water with me, milady?
Constance fills the dipper with water for Shimino, and he drinks until water runs down his chin. Constance hands Spark a dipper full of water. He didn't actually ask for it. You're just pushing water upon him? How rude! He drinks it down in one long slurp. Upon finishing it, he burps. With an embarrassed grin, he bows apologetically to Constance as he hands her back the dipper. Oh, sure. So, of course, Jonna, Katrina, Julia, they don't get any, no. Tell me about New Magincia.
I was born in New Magincia, and I have lived here mine entire life. But now I wish to leave, for mine heart hath been broken.
Your heart has been broken?
Once I was in love with Henry the peddler, but then I learned he is a liar and a cad. Perhaps soon mine heart shall belong to another.
Strangers?
There are 3 strangers on the island. They have been shipwrecked here. I have met them. Their leader's name is Robin.
Tell me about another.
There's a charming and mysterious stranger on the island named Robin. He says one day he may show me the world and buy me many fine things. Constance sighs. He even gave me some lovely flowers.
You know he stole those, right? You're not listening to me, are you? All right, tell me about Robin.
Sir Robin of Locksley.
He is a wealthy man, and his 2 friends are big, strong men. They've been telling me about a very wonderful-sounding place called Buccaneer's Den.
It's a place for pirates. It's not wonderful. Tell me about his friends.
Their names were Battles and Lavelle. Both of them treated me like proper gentlemen.
Tell me about Buccaneer's Den.
Buccaneer's Den must be a wonderland. There's a spinning wheel that gives thee money. Canst thou imagine? And opulent, luxurious baths.
Tell me about Battles.
Battles was quiet at first. I thought he was mean-looking, but he is nice once thou dost get to know him. He told me of the various monsters he fought, and exciting stories of how he raided ships on the South Seas.
You know that means that he's a pirate, right? Tell me about Lavelle.
Lavelle was charming and witty. He can always make me laugh.
Spinning wheel?
Well, they certainly have nothing like that in New Magincia. I had never even heard of such a thing before.
What about the baths?
Doth that not sound nice?
All right, goodbye. I don't have an opportunity to tell her about the locket, apparently. All right. There you are. That's who I'm looking for.
Greetings, and how may I be of service to thee?
Asks Robin. I have the locket.
Now that I know I can trust thee, I can let thee in on our plan. I intend to take another passenger in thy boat back with us to Buccaneer's Den.
It's a ship, not a boat.
Her name is Constance, and she should fetch a goodly price from Gleno, operator of the baths.
What? You're going to sell her? Oh, that is terrible.
Enough to pay my debts, pay thee for passage, and still have plenty left over for another go at the House of Games.
Well, I don't know that I want to let you on my boat now.
Thou must get thy boat ready to leave this place immediately. My lads and I shall get Constance, and then we shall join thee. But wilt thou tell me where thy boat is located?
Sure, why not? You give Robin the location of your boat. He slowly breaks into an evil laugh.
I thank thee, friend. All that is left for us to do is to eliminate one remaining loose end. Now that I know where thy boat is, we will collect more on your investment by simply killing thee and taking it.
I don't think so. Yeah, so, how'd that work out for you? Yeah, only oh, actually, you know what? There we go. Did anyone get injured? I think Julia was already low. Katrina was not, so Katrina got injured, but she's okay. Let's actually go talk to Constance first. Hey, so where are you going? Where are you going? Where are you going? Where are you going? Stop it! Where are you going? God damn it! Where are you going?
Lady, says a wide-eyed Constance, what may I do for thee?
Strangers? No, okay. Scoundrels. You gently explained to Constance that Robin, Battles, and Lavelle were scoundrels with intent to do her great harm.
She's quite alarmed. Then you explain that they will not be troubling her any more.
She thanks you. Now, just don't go south along the road or you will see their corpses. Just FYI. Okay, I guess we're done with her now. Let's get a little bit of a glimmer going.
Henry greets you. It is good to speak with thee again, my lady.
Strangers. Wonder if I can, get Katrina, to say something. Nope. Found.
Thou hast found the locket!
You hand the locket to Henry.
Now I may give it to Constance and keep my promise to her. I cannot thank thee enough, Avatar. I am glad that this situation has concluded in thy favor, dear Henry.
You know what I just noticed? Katrina has the same portrait as the Avatar rather than the Magincian portrait.
Huh. My thanks to thee, Katrina.
Goodbye.
Travel safely and be well.
Alright, let's see if this, dang it. Glimmer. Let's see if Constance is still up here. Nope. Is she at home? No. Constance, where did you go? Alright, what time is it? 9:33 p.m. I thought I saw him moving down there. Oh, so, some of these other, spells, they don't cost anything to use, so... Fireworks. Whee! I don't know what that does. I think it might temporarily stun some creatures, some things. We can change the weather. We can do thunder. We can douse and ignite, but I'm not going to do those right now. I have no reason to. Well, they're not here. Or she's not here, I should say. Not there. That's spent now. I made it snow! Woohoo! Thunder snow! Or maybe she's gone to bed. No. Where the heck is she? You have anything to say? Henry? Locket? Nope. Doesn't say anything new. Totally not me. Wasn't me that did it. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. Definitely not me. Definitely not me. You'd think they'd keep some of these houses cleaned up, you know, in case more people decided to come here. Let's see. Locket found. You tell Constance of how you have returned the locket that has been stolen from Henry.
Oh, how could I have ever doubted my dear darling Henry? She frowns. I thank thee for telling me the truth.
Okay. We're done. I think we got some experience out of that. I'm up to level 5 now, which is pretty nice. Definitely am going to want to get some more spells. Do I have Mark and I do not have Mark and Recall. I do kind of want to get those spells. I don't remember who sells those. I'll have to look that up. But we are pretty much done here, so... Alright, now, where I want to go next is... down here to Serpent's Hold. Hi, Wolf. I'm gonna ignore you, Wolf, because you do not do much for me. Not much in the way of experience, and certainly not worth docking my boat to kill you. I thought there was a dock. Yeah. Oh. Well, I guess we'll just dock here. So yeah, you don't need to dock at a dock to get off the ship. So this is the other figurehead. Let's see what goodies might be in this ship. Go up the stairs. Jeez, thank you. Ooh. Oh. That's quite a few bellows. Some light sources, some broken dishes. And booze. And daggers. Really nothing good. It's pretty crummy. Not much here. At the moment, there isn't anyone to talk to, really. There is that guy, but let's take a quick look around his place first. To the Death by Zaxxam. This book is an in-depth manual on the fighting styles prevalent in Britannia. The author distinguishes between contemporary and historical styles and comments on the value of each. Might have read that before, I'm not sure. What color is thy blade? I believe that I've read that one. I think my torch just went out. There's another book there. Veteran's Guide. Let's go ahead and talk to him. The large, muscle-bound man smiles pleasantly at you. Name? I am Menion, milady. He shakes your hand. Job? I am a trainer. I help warriors become bigger and stronger and better fighters. I also forge swords to match the strength in my students' arms. Forge?
Dost thou wish to make a sword? I can help thee with that when I am at work.
Students.
I have taught many a warrior how to use his or her force against an opponent.
Force. Let me actually go look up the, Alright, this guy is probably the best of the trainers that I'm going to be using. He gives strength +2 and combat +1.
Yes, milady, the key to effective fighting is striking hard and accurately at one's foe.
I don't think there's anyone who gives any more strength. Zaxxum Vesper does combat +2 and strength +1. Jocker is strength +1 and intelligence +1, and Karena is dexterity +1 and combat +1. There's a few others here and there who aren't too bad. Inforlem Turfin is pretty good as well. But a lot of it's going to depend on individual skills and stats. Mostly I want to get strength as high as possible. That is the most important skill, because that directly controls carrying capacity. Hard.
Physical strength permits the attacker a better chance of penetrating the other fighter's armor. Obviously, in a lethal combat, that is an important objective. Accurately? Needless to say, some targets on an individual are better than others. 'Tis always best to hit something that will either seriously incapacitate one's foe or create enough pain to distract him. Train. Perhaps this would be a more appropriate topic when I am at work. Damn it. Alright, goodbye. May the strength in thine arms always match the strength of thy will.
Indeed. Alright. I think this is probably a good time to pull out our, well, first of all, really need to find some more stuff for you. Yep, that is spent. Let's go ahead and pull out our bedroll. And let's see, what time is it? 11:43 p.m. 8 hours is fine. Alright, Spark is hungry. Alright, kind of need to get everyone around me. There we go. Alright, so Spark was hungry. Here, he can have fish and chips. You'd like some more? How about some dried meat? And how about a trout? And perhaps another trout? And another trout? That's probably good enough. Anyone else hungry? Jonna is hungry. This fish is hiding everything else. There you go. Here, have some cheese. No thank thee. Okay. Katrina is hungry. Alright, Katrina. There you go. And there you go. Flounder. I'll soon be plump. Maybe. Alright, let's see if people are around. Yes, they are. You see a man who, despite being blind, quickly acknowledges you.
I am Jordan, Sir Jordan, and thou art?
Incidentally, this is a, there is a running gag in this place. See if you can figure it out in this episode. I will mention it in the next episode. No cheating. If you know what it is from earlier watching the game previously or previous playthroughs or reading online, don't say so. Let the people who do not know it make the guess. Elmandretta. My pleasure, Elmandretta. He shakes your hand. So yeah, pay attention to the characters' portraits and their names. What is your name?
As I told thee, I am Sir Jordan.
Job?
I sell bows and crossbows here at Iolo's South.
Iolo's South?
The original branch is in Britain, but I do fine business here in the hold.
Tell me about the original branch. The great archer himself, Iolo, started that branch more than 200 years ago.
I thank thee for thy compliment. 'Twould mean more, wert thou Iolo. Listen here, rogue, I truly am. Yes, I know. Thou really art Iolo, and I am Lord British.
Wow, you don't even know who owns your store. Jeez. Tell me about the hold.
Serpent's Hold, milady. I have sold many quality bows to the knights here.
Knights?
There are many who live within the walls of the hold. Sir Denton, the bartender at the Hollow Dock, knows them all.
Okay. Well, I would kind of like some missiles. Bolts. 20 per dozen. Sure, that's fine. Let's go ahead and take 5 dozen. Nope, that's good. There we go. 60 more bolts for Iolo. Now, let's see. So yeah, you can see that he's actually forging. It's pretty cool. Job. Train. What? I guess he's not actually training right now. I'll come back later. Ooh. Looks like someone defaced the statue. We got some stone chips and there's some blood. I should probably get on my Serpent's Hold map so I know what the hell I'm doing. Ba-dum-ba-dum. There's actually a pretty good Ultima VII Google map out there. Just need to Google it. It's pretty handy. Alrighty, let's see. Is there much else of interest here on the island? Not particularly right now. Alright. Let's head in here. Let's take a look at some of these books. That beer needs a head on it. Yep, read that one. My cup runneth over. Pretty sure I've read that one. The man before you seems to stare at you blankly. Name?
I am Sir Denton, milady.
Job?
I am the tavern keeper, milady. I sell refreshment to the citizens of Britannia, most notably the knights in Serpent's Hold.
Tell me about Serpent's Hold.
Serpent's Hold is located at precisely 53 degrees east and 165 degrees south.
That is pretty precise. Knights?
Almost every resident here is a noble warrior. The exceptions would be Lady Jehan, the provisioner, Lady Tori, Lady Lay, the healer, and Minion, the trainer. I can also tell thee about all the other residents.
Well, let's ask about Lady Jehan.
She is the lady of Sir Pendan. She has been helping me better my sense of humor.
Yeah, it sounds like you could probably use that. Tell me about Lady Tori.
I believe she is a druid. She was showing me how to be more compassionate than I was before. She is very good at knowing what others are feeling and why they are experiencing such emotions.
Tell me about Lady Lay.
Her healing skills are said to be unparalleled.
Minion?
He is the fighting instructor. In his spare time, he likes to make swords. Minion has been kind enough to give me one of his creations.
Tell me about the residents.
Yes, milady, I can tell thee about the following people.
Ooh. Lord John Paul.
He is the Lord of Serpent's Hold. He is a capable leader and a fair man.
Sir Richter?
He is second in command to Lord John Paul. He is teaching me how to gamble well. In fact, he began increasing the lessons after joining the fellowship.
Really? Tell me about Sir Horf.
Sir Horf is an excellent warrior. He is a gargoyle that was found by two knights when he was very young. They chose to raise him as their own child. He is very honorable.
What about Sir Jordan?
Despite his blindness, Sir Jordan perceives objects around him very well. He is an excellent tinkerer and can repair many items.
Interesting. What about Sir Pendan?
Sir Pendan is a knight of the hold. He is very friendly, but I have been told he can be overbearing at times.
What do you know about the Fellowship?
The Fellowship is a 20-year-old organization that holds many festivals, parades, and celebrations. In addition, they maintain a shelter in the town of Paws. They have an underlying philosophy called the Triad of Inner Strength. This triad is broken into 3 principles known as strive for unity, trust thy brother, and worthiness precedes reward. I will now explain the meaning of each principle.
You think you got an extra P in there. This Denton fellow is really long-winded.
Strive for unity seems to mean that the Fellowship wants others to work together for the
weal of society? I might be correct. I know the word ish. I don't know the exact definition.
Trust thy brother implies that each person should not question the actions of others.
He's kind of got this down, actually.
Worthiness precedes reward indicates that the Fellowship's attitude towards reward is that one must do well to be rewarded.
No one. Humor.
My jokes are very bad. If thou wouldst like, I will tell thee one.
Sure, I'm going to regret this, aren't I?
Why did the chicken cross the road?
To get to the other side. Oh, that joke is new, he says sarcastically.
Isla whispers in your ear. Helmandretta, we have heard that one before. 'Tis best we leave him before he indulges in another joke.
To get to the other side.
Oh, thou hast heard it before.
Yeah.
Good day, my lady.
I love this. Now, notice this table of fish. It is a very fishy table. In fact, there are lots of fish here. Mostly trout. Except one is a body. What is in that body? Oh, look, a key. Wonder what that could be for. Thou art what thou eats. Okay. Let's go ahead and open all the doors because we can. Because opening doors is good. Is the right thing to do. Making sure all the doors are open. Hello, chicken. Where are you, Ilo? There you are. Take it.
Take the chicken! Take it!
Ribald Encounters by Madden. Within the pages of this anthology are many stories full of suggestive prose. Oh my. Nothing there. We do have a couple coins here. Let's go ahead and grab them. Hello! The woman greets you with a curtsy. Name? I am Lady Jahan, milady. Job? I am the provisioner of Serpent's Hold. And, she adds, I also have a ship for sale shouldst thou be interested in that. I'm not actually interested in the ships, but tell me about Serpent's Hold. Most of us here are knights, noble warriors sworn to protect Britannia and Lord British. Mine own lord, she beams with pride, is such a knight, Sir Pendan. Tell me about Sir Pendan. We met 3 years ago. He's quite brave and strong. I just love to watch him fight, she smiles. I am not really sure he will mix well with the rest of the Fellowship, though. Tell me about the Fellowship. It's nothing, really. He was just a little bit more individualistic before he joined. I do not think there's anything wrong with the Fellowship, necessarily. But I did not expect it to be something that would capture Pendan's interest. Tell me about the knights. With but a few exceptions, myself included, all of the warriors here in the hold are knights. Thou mayest wish to speak with Lord John Paul. He is in charge of Serpent's Hold, and might be better able to show thee around. Fight? He and Menion used to spar together after their exercises. 'Twas a beautiful sight, milady, she says, blushing. Used to? At the time, Pendan was the only man who could keep up with Menion. Now that Menion has begun instructing others, he no longer has the time to practice with my lord. What about provisions? Thou wishes to buy something? Sure, what do you have for sale?
What dost thou want to buy?
Torch, oil flasks, backpack, lockpick, powder keg, jug, cannonballs. Powder kegs and cannonballs. Yes, if we start lugging around, cannons. I think we're done. On the other hand... Well, first of all, let's go ahead and give the bread to, Jana there. And now we have a backpack for Katrina. It's empty, though. There's some powder kegs there. There is a lockpick there. Spark can hold on to that. There are lots of cannonballs there, if we ever need some. There's someone asleep. I am trying to sleep! Well, not anymore. Now you're awake. You're greeted with a stern look on this man's face. Name. Thou mayest call me Sir Pendan. Job. I am a knight here in Serpent's Hold. 'Tis my job to help protect the citizens of Britannia. Protect? Aye, milady. Britannia can be a dangerous place outside town boundaries, especially now that the ruling faction have gone soft. Soft? Though I'd follow the land's ideals to the ends of the land. I don't know. Maybe you need to rethink that. I find it difficult to accept how poor the conditions are in Britannia. Brigands populate the land, disease overruns the towns, and corruption fills the councils. Were it not for the Fellowship, I would be hard-pressed to avoid falling on mine own blade, despite how dishonorable an act that may seem. That's terrible! Tell me about Serpent's Hold. I live here in the hold with my lady. Ruling faction? You guys have cots. That's terrible. Well, I mean Lord British and his advisors. Fellowship? A noble group of people who strive to instill a greater sense of spiritual knowledge throughout all of Britannia. 'Twill be but a matter of time, milady, before all people will see the wisdom. Or they'll die, they'll be killed if they don't? Yeah, probably. Tell me about your lady. Her name is Jahan, milady. He says suspiciously. She is the provisioner. Why are you suspicious of me? Oops. Okay. You don't have much else to say. Anything in there? That one is locked. Well, let's try that key that I picked up. Nope, that key does not work there. And I am pretty sure that it's not a chest that I can pick. However, there you go. You can have my regular boots. Swamp boots. You can have my regular boots. I'll take your swamp boots. And Katrina can have the swamp boots. There we go. The woman smiles at you compassionately. Name. You've got red hair there and black hair there.
I'm Lady Tori, milady. Mother of Ricky, she says, sobbing.
Uh-oh. Job?
My job is to provide counsel for Lord John Paul and anyone else in need of guidance here at the Hold.
Ricky?
My poor baby boy. He was taken one night by cruel harpies who wanted a child of their own. I know not where they have taken him, but I have heard some of the knights mention that a group of the vile women birds cluster around the Shrine of Honor. But they have not yet been able to defeat them, she sniffs. But thou, milady, thou wilt help me get my child back. Oh, please, wilt thou?
Absolutely.
I cannot thank thee enough for helping me.
She appears to have cheered up greatly. Lord John Paul?
He is an extraordinary leader. Everyone looks up to him. Thou hast only to ask his captain.
His captain? Captain?
The captain of the guard, Sir Horf, is a gargoyle.
Ah, okay.
He was found by 2 humans and raised him to be a valiant knight. He is a very dedicated warrior and rarely leaves Lord John Paul's side.
Tell me about the hold. This is probably going to be a little bit of a longer episode because I'm going to try talking to everyone before I end the episode.
I sense that thou wishest to know about the residents here at Serpent's Hold. Is this correct?
Yes, it is.
As counselor for the hold, I can tell thee about many people. Hast thou met the healer or the provisioner? And as a warrior thyself, thou mayest wish to visit the trainer and the armorer.
Tell me about the healer.
Lady Lay is very skilled as a healer. I have yet to see her lose a patient.
Armorer?
Well, Sir Richter has changed much recently. Ever since he joined the Fellowship, he seems a little less compassionate.
Oh, that's terrible. What about the trainer?
I know many, and least of all, he is very quiet, spending most of his spare time weaponsmithing. The tavern keeper may know more about him.
Provisioner?
Her name is Lady Jahan. She is the lady of Sir Pendan.
She says with a gleam in her eye. Sir Pendan?
He is a brave and hardy fighter, and, she smiles, he is also a bit on the attractive side.
Tavern keeper?
Sir Denton is the most astute man I have ever met. He is the only one I cannot sense. And I have never seen him remove his armor.
She shrugs. Tell me about the Fellowship.
The Fellowship does not have a branch here, but two of our knights are members, Sir Richter and Sir Pendan. I know they are interested in having Sir Jordan join as well.
Tell me about Sir Jordan.
He is a wonder. Despite his blindness, he fights with amazing deftness. In fact, he also enjoys toying with mechanical items, and his loss of eyesight does not seem to have affected that either. However, I sense in him a very recent change, remarkably like that in Sir Richter. He would be an interesting one to speak with. Thou mayest find him at Iolo's south.
Iolo smiles proudly.
My shop has grown a bit since our last here, Almendretta.
Alright, goodbye.
I sense thou hast pressing engagements elsewhere. I bid thee farewell.
Indeed, goodbye. Let's go find other people to talk to and other items to loot. Oh wait, there's a book that I have not looked at. I don't think. Stop following me. I said stop following me. The art of field dressing. Okay, don't need that. Get around the wall, come on. Thank you. And over here we have some more people. The very serious man breaks into a half-smile as he greets you.
Name? I am Lord John Paul of Serpent's Hold. Thou art Almendretta the Avatar, correct?
Why, yes, I am.
Excellent. I have something that might interest thee.
I am interested. He smiles gratefully at you and begins pacing.
Very recently a terrible crime was committed. It seems the statue of Lord British, the one in the Hold Commons, was defaced by an unknown vandal.
Perhaps, he looks at you hopefully,
thou couldst help track down the villain?
Absolutely.
Very good. The best way to begin is by speaking with Sir Denton, the tavern keeper at the hallowed dock. His ability to solve puzzles and problems is remarkable. When thou hast solved this little mystery, please inform me of thy findings.
Tell me about Serpent's Hold.
It has changed little since thy last visit, Almendretta. Of course, all of the people are new.
Tell me about the people.
I am afraid I must attend to other business shortly and cannot show thee around, but I recommend that thou visit the hallowed dock. Many of the Hold's knights frequent there in the evening.
Job.
I am honored with overseeing the Hold.
Overseeing?
It is not a difficult job. Sir Richter and Sir Horf ensure that things run smoothly as often as possible.
Tell me about Sir Richter.
He is in charge of the Hold when I am otherwise occupied. He has seemed somewhat changed of late, but I trust him nonetheless.
Tell me about Sir Horf.
He is the captain of the guards. I would have no other for his position. He is the most honorable warrior I've ever met.
How has Sir Richter changed?
It began when he joined the Fellowship. He became more, orderly. He smiles. I suppose there is a regimented structure within the Fellowship that has done him good, no?
No? What do you know about the Fellowship?
I'm afraid I know so little about them. They seem to help many people. However, I have noticed Sir Horf has become rather apprehensive since Richter joined.
Tell me about orderly.
It is difficult to explain. He seems more disciplined.
He gives a short laugh.
Which, of course, is rather fitting for the Hold.
All right, goodbye.
Carry on, Almendretta.
Alrighty. What do we have in these? There's an apple. There is, what is that? Garbage. That's a lovely thing to have in a drawer. Another abacus if you have lost yours. I believe there is something in here. If we move all of the garments, maybe not. Nope, guess not. This attractive woman gives you an approving look. Name. She blushes. I am Lady Lay. Job. I am the healer of Serpent's Hold. Tell me about Serpent's Hold. Lord Jean Paul is in charge of keeping the order here, but Sir Denton would be an even better source of information about Serpent's Hold. Tell me about John Paul. He is an easy man to find, for Sir Horf hardly ever leaves his side. Watch for the tall, muscular gargoyle. If thou hast business about the town, and are not able to locate John Paul, thou mightest wish to speak with Sir Richter. Tell me about Richter. He is the armorer. His shop is in the back of the hold. What can you tell me about Denton? He is a tavern keeper at the hallowed dock, just inside the hold's doors. He is wonderful at remembering and discussing important facts. And what about Horf? He was found at a very young age, apparently abandoned by his father. Excuse me. 2 people took and raised him as their own. As thou couldst see, simply by meeting him, he is a very noble person and a stout warrior. Heal. I am qualified to heal, cure poison, and resurrect. Art thou interested in one of these services? Nope. If thou needest my services later, I will be here. Goodbye. Farewell, my lady. Alright, we will loot that stuff later. First of all, let's take a look in here. Someone is hungry. There's some gauntlets. We'll come back in there later. A couple people are hungry. But we need to talk to people first. You see a gargoyle with a very stern expression on his face. Name.
To be named Horf.
Job.
To be the captain of the guard. To serve and protect the people of Serpent's Hold.
I'd like to ask you about the statue.
To know nothing about that.
Tell me about being captain of the guard.
To have been commanded to protect the people who live in Serpent's Hold, and to maintain the general order of the knights.
Tell me about Serpent's Hold.
To direct you to Sir Denton, the tavern keeper at the hallowed dock, to know more about the hold and the people than I.
Tell me about knights.
To inform you that many fine warriors take up residence between the hold's walls. To have little fear of an attack from bandits or vicious animals.
Okay, goodbye.
To say goodbye.
We'll check that chest later as well. Oh, look at that room back there. You see a dashing young man who turns to greet you. I am Richter, a knight of the hold. Who wouldst thou be? I am the Avatar. I see. He eyes you suspiciously. Thou art back for more, then. Thou wilt not trick me again, I warn thee. More? He clears his throat and examines you more closely. Thou shouldst not mind my mumblings, my lady. Tell me about the Fellowship. The Fellowship is a society of spiritual seekers who blah 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 blah. Name. As I have told thee, I am called Richter. Job. I am the armorer of the hold. I mind. Looking down, he shifts his weight from foot to foot for a moment. Glancing back up, his eyes narrowed. He says, Not long ago, a man entered mine armory who claimed to be the Avatar, just as thou dost claim. When I turned to reach for a weapon he had requested, he purloined several items and ran away. I assume, he says carefully, thou art not that rogue. Well, considering that I am female and he was male, probably by the name of Sullivan, no. Armor. What form of protection wouldst thou like to buy? Nothing. Greaves, gauntlets, buckler, curved heater, spiked shield, Great helm, plate leggings, gorget. Nothing. Very well. Weapons. He sells dagger, spear, morningstar, mace, sword, two-handed sword, and halberd. Nothing. I completely understand, milady. Ever since the Britannian Tax Council set such outrageous taxes, prices have risen throughout the land. Tell me about the hold. Yes, thou art in Serpent's hold, home to many noble and valiant knights. Tell me about the knights. Lord John Paul is charged with overseeing the hold, though Sir Horf is actually the captain of the guard. The rest of us, of course, are here to serve Lord British and the needs of Britannia. Tell me about Lord John Paul. I trust his ability as I trust no other. I cannot tell thee how proud I was when he chose me to be his second-in-command. Horf? He appears thoughtful. I know the others trust him, and I myself do not doubt his fighting skills, but I cannot escape this feeling that he needs more moral discipline. I feel obligated to watch him at times. That sounds terrible. Needs? Well, obviously there is many a vile beast looking to terrorize the countryside on the mainland. 'Tis our duty to protect the common man. In addition, we are here to provide examples of proper behavior to the general populace. Others? Well, it is obvious that John Paul respects his abilities. Lady Tori has told me that she can sense his honesty, but I am not without skepticism. Watch. I am not certain what it is that I am watching for. However, I expect him to fall into ways either aggressive or thieving. He simply does not seem to truly believe in the unity of the hold. Sense. Lady Tori has the uncanny ability to empathize with others. She can determine another's intentions and emotions by doing nothing more than passing a simple greeting. Tell me about Tori. She is a hold advisor, often giving guidance to the knights. His expression becomes wistful. She is also quite beautiful. Tell me about the statue. A look of disgust appears on his face. Obviously, someone who doth not seek unity did this. He is not worthy of reward. After a moment, he calms down. Art thou investigating this crime against mankind? Yes, I am. Then let me give thee these. He holds up some stone chips. They were found at the base of the statue. Thou wilt notice that they are stained red in some places. I believe it to be blood. Okay, goodbye. Pleasant journeys. Remember, trust thy brother. Not if that brother is you. Oh, looky! Looky over here. Hush up, people. Gauntlets. Curved heater. Antique armor. I think that's just about everyone. I don't think that there is anyone else to talk to right now. So, if you can figure out what's going on here, go for it. And we've got some stone chips. We'll see you all in the next episode when we do some more looting and some more talking. See you then.